In preparation for CEO 2024, I ran into an instance where I needed to get a new stick because the current stick that I had was not going to work. And that led me to this video. I wanted to show the evolution of sticks that I use and which one I think is the best stick for people who don't know how to use a stick. More on that later. So as soon as the sign up for CEO 2024 came out, I knew that I was going to sign up because I have been bitten by the Tekken bug. Before this, the only other Tekken that I spent any time with was 7, and even then, I didn't spend enough time to know exactly what I was doing. I'm not gonna lie to you, that command list has always daunted me. Never put in the time to just sit down and digest exactly what you're supposed to do in Tekken until now. I don't know if it was a tutorial, I don't know if it's practice, I don't know if it's the way that they show you what you should do when you up, but Tekken 8 has grabbed me and I cannot stop playing it. When I first booted up 8, I went to Nina, only because Bob is not in here, and Nina is who I played in 7 if I was tired of playing with Bob. After maybe 2 or 3 matches, she didn't feel the same, so I decided to look elsewhere. I was like, you know what, it's time for me to play a new character that I've never played before, which isn't hard because again, I didn't play that much Tekken. And then I found Victor. Victor is the type of character that I love in fighting games. He's fast, he's random, he has a good mix-up, he jumps in the air, he throws, I love Victor so much, and that's why he's my main in Tekken 8. So as I went to go sign up for the Tekken 8 tournament, that's going to be in Daytona Beach this Friday. I will be competing at 12 p.m. on Friday. In the rules, it says that all games will be played on PS5, which at first I was like, who cares? I play Tekken on the Snackbox Micro, and unfortunately, it's PC compatible, but it's not PS5 compatible. I already signed up for the competition, so I wasn't about to withdraw. I also wasn't about to learn how to play Tekken on the PS5 controller. My hands cannot handle that. And I had a few options. Either I can go with the Wingman converter, and hopefully that works out well, or I can invest in a new board for my Micro to make it compatible with a PS5. So before I show you my solution, let me show you where I started and where we ended up as far as fighting game controllers goes. All right, before I show you those controllers, you see these right here? You see these? If you know, you know. These are limited edition. Well, actually, I don't know if these are limited editions. I think one of them are. I believe I got these at an E3 back when this game first came out, that game being Street Fighter 4. There's an Allen wrench inside each of these, so you can take apart your stick, fix it, change the buttons. I don't know what you did with a Minecraft stick. I never used one. Also this. Look at this. It works too. You can plug it in. You can actually play Street Fighter with it. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can do it if you wanted to. All right, first up, the first fighting game that I ever gave any amount of time to was Super Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo. Basically, this was my first fighting game stick. And I think this right here is the reason why D-pad is almost the only way I was able to play fighting games up until a few years ago. Anytime we went to the arcade, I was just out of luck. We were playing Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, anything. If it had a stick, I was toasted. So then for a while, any fighting games I played in a console, whatever console controller there was, that's what I was using to play that fighting game. As I mentioned earlier, Tekken 7 is the only Tekken that I've really spent any time with, but I did end up getting this. This is a Tekken 6 Hori. Is this Hori? Yeah, it's a Tekken 6 Hori stick. I don't know where the game is. I don't remember if I ever played it. I maybe used this stick once, and I didn't learn how to use a stick. It also came with this art book. Maybe I should see if this is like worth anything or if anybody wants it. So then, with the release of Street Fighter 4, Mad Catz released one of the greatest D-pad controllers. This is my second one, but it is the Fight Pad from Mad Catz. This controller made me love fighting games again. The first one I had was a Chun-Li, and I wore that thing out. This one, I don't know if it still works. Unfortunately, they use this weird rubber on the back that over time gets super sticky, and I don't like it, but I will continue to keep this controller. I'm gonna probably like put it in this acrylic or something, make a little statue out of it or something, I don't know. Once we graduated from consoles to PC, I ended up getting the, I believe it's the Hori Fight Commander, either the Hori Fight Commander or the Fight Commander 2. It did what it needed to do, but then I found out about all button controllers. My first time dipping into that pool was this right here. This is the, I believe this is just a snack box from Junk Food Arcades. It's custom, it is massive. You can see how big it is. It's kind of hefty, but it fits in your lap. It's not too big. It's easy to open. It got 4 screws. I built this thing from scratch. I bought all the parts from Junk Food Arcades, but I picked out the buttons, the board inside, I picked that out. I wired each button to the board. I forgot there was buttons right here too. Loved this controller. It was great, but it was massive. And then Junk Food released an even better controller than that. This is my Snackbox Micro. This is the one I took to CEO, I believe a few years ago, where I played KOF 14 and got demolished because I didn't really practice at all. I have the heavy plate on this one. It gives a nice little heft, and it's great to play on a desk, not so much on the lap. I have a big lap, so this doesn't really fit on my lap, but playing this on my desk during stream, amazing. Highly recommended. If you don't like using the stick and you love fighting games, or you want to play, like, playing with one of these is just fun. It just makes doing your inputs fun. Is it easier? I don't know, probably, but I love it, and I will never give one of these up. But unfortunately, this one is only compatible with PC, PS4, not PS5, not what the game is going to be played on at the tournament. So I ended up getting this, the converter for this, and I was all set to go, but then Junk Food released an art case for their XL model, as well as the PS5 compatible board. So say hello to my new controller. This is my Snackbox Micro XL with the heavy metal plate on the back. We got a Hunter design. And we have I don't know if you can read that. It says, "In the hands of an incompetent, power brings nothing but ruin." And that's Miriam, the Bug King. You know what I'm talking about. Highly recommended, really like this. Feels good on the lap, feels good on the table. It's nice and heavy. The buttons are clicky, love it. So that was it. I just wanted to show off my little controller collection. Highly recommend the Snackbox Micro or the Micro XL. If you want to play fighting games and you don't want to use a stick, I would say check out a leverless controller. They're really fun to play with. All right, I need to edit this video and then get back in the lab and play with my boy Victor. I'll see y'all in the next one. Oh, almost forgot. Even though I don't play Nina's going on in the new controller. Shout out to Mojo for creating this. I'll have a link in the description if you want to pick one up yourself. Like, have we come up with a better keyring design in these later years? Because I hate this one. Okay, get it? Yeah, that's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. All right, now I'm leaving.